tricks, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy by the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow. I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy by the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head, get you out of my head again.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Fools are calling and the eyes seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming, so sick of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Now that I need you, why?
Hello, everybody, and happy Sunday to you. And I hope you enjoyed that brand new look at the calendar, brand new Ole intro. Things are changing, things are getting facelifts. The only thing that hasn't got a facelift yet is that annoying point of view intro that needs a facelift. I'll get around to that next. But here we are at Point of View. I'm Bobby Munson and joined, as always, by my good mate right over there to the side. It's Mark Robson. Mark, how are you doing this morning?
Well, I'm currently watching. Yeah, I'm currently watching the Manchester United Liverpool game. I can turn my camera there. You can't see it, it's blurred, but it's there.
Yeah.
I'm currently watching it. So if you see me turn my head that way, it's because I am listening. I am currently watching the game as well. But no, it's been an interesting weekend football-wise for us. I think I've been on OLE more this weekend than I have ever done before in my entire existence. But no, we've got a lot of stuff brewing up and a lot of stuff that's happened. And I've got one more thing left to do today for OLE. That's later on today. And Bobby will know this, but we're cooking something up in the background that we don't know when it's going to start or anything, but we are Shawn Michaels this, and we're cooking something. So I'm very excited for when you guys will be able to see that. but the only hint I can give is it will be a weekly show. I think that's the only hint I can, isn't it, really? Basically, that's the only thing we can say at the moment.
Yeah.
But Bobby, after we've had the bash in Berlin and the weekend, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic. Bash in Berlin was a lot of fun. It's been a good weekend so far. It's a long weekend here in North America. It's Labor Day weekend, so it's good. It's relaxing. I got a good day planned after our time on screen here today. A little recording with you and Lauren just afterwards, and then on with another amazing day. As we say hello to our friends all over the world here, it's Bobby Stats, Bobby Petito joining us in the house saying MLW used his idea at Summer of the Beast and they debuted Donovan Dijak on the show. And he could be wrestling at MLW's Fightland. Well, they got our friend Dijak on there. Well, that provokes me to have to do just one thing here, Mark.
You're watching OLE, and this is a Dijak hijack.
There we go. There we go. But glad that, you know what? It seems like things are picking up again over there. Maybe they're turning things around. Seems to be a lot of interesting stuff that came out of Summer of the Beast that I will probably get around to watching here later today. Who knows? Maybe that'll be the topic of choice this Thursday on Ring Respect Radio. Maybe Papa Smokes and I will dust off the old man stank, and we will get around to watching some MLW this week. And
Did I see in the chat that we've got that MLW did the wrong Titantron and stuff for
that's MLW for you right there. That's you know what? There's so many of these smaller companies. Even TNA is not opposed to making those kinds of errors as well too. So I mean, it happens all over the place. It just wouldn't be MLW without some sort of video production error of some sort. But also, hello to Andre, who's joining us in the chat as well, too. He's saying, "Oi, my brothers, meeting Bobby on Monday was absolute treat." Yes, it was, Andre. I was glad to have breakfast with you at Melball there, and hopefully we will make it sooner rather than later to do that once again. In fact, maybe just a longer meeting next time. Next, we need to get Mark to visit Edmonton, maybe near the end of September. There you go.
Bobby, have you seen the score?
Yeah. Have I seen the score? Yes, Mark, I've seen the score. I didn't want to talk about the goddamn score here, mate. Like, seriously. I told you I'd be crying about this shit all day. Like, it's bad enough that I have to be watching it in the background and take this kind of abuse. But, like 7 minutes into the fucking match and we're already 1-0 down.
So I'm going to this could be offside. So what happened was Gravenberg has run from his own half through the middle, and then passed it over to Luis Diaz, who's run around. The ball is definitely over the line, but is Mo Salah's foot offside? VAR are checking it now. Is he in front of the ball? Is he possible offside?
Is this going to be the difference between me cursing at the screen and Tom Collahue cursing at the screen?
It's been disallowed for offside.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Sorry, Tom. Tom.
So Mo Salah's foot, he was in front of the ball, in front of the defender. If he didn't go for the ball and try and go for it, then that goal would have counted. But because Mo Salah's left foot went behind him and he touched it, for then Trent to smash it in behind the goal, because he's done that, it has been claimed as offside. And Manchester United have gotten off one with that. Why is Liverpool's away kit Nike logo really odd? Anyway, carry on.
All good. It's all good. Bobby saying Akira's been growing on him since leaving the calling. I mean, any wrestler could probably do better once leaving the calling. That was such a bad call by MLW to put that faction together in the first place. That was really where we saw a bit of the demise of the company after riding so high for so long, was kind of putting some of that shit together. And, it seems like, again, with Summer of the Beast, I'll have to give it a try, and I'll let you know, Bobby, what I think, because, I mean, it's building season again for MLW, and hopefully they can rebuild, because right now, to me, TNA's got all the momentum more than anything in terms of that size of company. But back to the football, Mark. Yes, right now, Manchester United, Liverpool are going 1-on-1. Let's talk about Reading for a minute, though. I want to get an update for our viewers. Reading's season so far. What happened? What's been happening? How did yesterday go in the end for you? It's sounded pretty goddamn exciting for you, I gotta say.
So we're still looking for a prospective owner. Apparently, the deal has been agreed to the new owner to come in. He's been turning up to the home games. His name's Rob Kuig. He's a former lawyer in America, or a current lawyer. I don't know if he still practices law, but he has a consortium behind him that also have tried to buy Reading, but it failed due to, I think, one of the people in the consortium pulled out. And Rob has stepped in to take it over. Basically, the plan of action is they're trying to get this deal done. We were the only club in the whole of the English Football League to not make a signing out of the whole thing because we have no money. We're not allowed. But what happened is to the understanding of people was the EFL have approved the takeover, which means they've approved it, but the lawyers haven't signed, or Mr. Dye, the prick, still hasn't signed the full contract for the turnover for him to take full control. There's issues, so I'm going to try and dumb it down as much as I possibly can. We have 3 parts that are owned by 2 people. Okay, so the reason why I say 3 parts, we've got the car park at the stadium that's owned by the Thailand group that first owned Reading, who then sold it to to Dai Young. The stadium and the training ground are owned by the current owner. What the current owner's doing, the new potential owner, is he's trying to buy the training ground, the stadium, and the car park. But what he has to do is he needs agreement with the Thais, agreement with Dai for both of the areas for it to fully go through. Apparently it's there, it's done, but the time zones apparently are messing things up, and the contracts and the signatures for it. But it was approved that we were able to make one signing. I think it was an hour before the end of deadline. Chem Campbell, on loan for Wolverhampton Wanderers, a 21-year-old. And the new owner we've got, or potential new owner we've got, knows him very well. He signed him for Wickham twice before he sold Wickham. Good, quick, fast, can play along the 3, the left wing, right wing, and behind the striker, a position that we're looking for someone to come in. And at the same time, we've got the youngest squad in the whole of League One. Where if you compare that to Birmingham City, who have spent more money in League One than Liverpool did they spent more for
What?
Wait, hold on, you haven't heard the funny part yet. Jay Steinfeld, who has just signed for Birmingham from Fulham for £15 million on a 7-year contract, which has broken the League One record for the highest transfer ever. And that was higher signing than what Liverpool paid for Chiesa. Right?
Whoa. What the hell were they smoking?
So if you don't know who bought Birmingham City, they have a new American owner, and part of that American group is Tom Brady. So, yeah, they're trying to do what Ryan Reynolds is doing at Wrexham. Spend loads of money, get loads of players in, and hope you piss the league. That's basic, and we can't. We can't do that. We lost to Wrexham 3-0, but we played them recently. We lost them 3-0 against them. Their fans were all right. There was a few of them holding Spanish flags because they're Welsh and they're trying to go, because we're English, we want to see a Spanish flag because of the Euros. All right. Well, if your country gets into the Euros, then you can talk. And not only that, we should have got given a penalty. There was a few fouls on there as well, but we're not too, no, fuck off. We're not too worried about that because what we know is our manager is the best manager in the league. He's had no money to spend. We currently sit 8th, if I'm right, in the league. We've only 1 loss this season behind us. And I tell you what, and we played Charlton on Saturday. And Charlton were undefeated this season so far, beating Bolton this week before. So for us to win 2-0 at home against the top side, the top 6 side, and to be there up and near the top as well, It's going to be a long old season. We can't wait for January to come quicker so we can make signings. But things are looking up at Reading. Once the new owner's in place, I will be yeeting all over myself. But at the same time, the best news that we could possibly have. Tom Brady is no Ryan Reynolds, no, but he has more money than sends Tom Brady at this precise moment. So he will be spending a lot of money for that. So
plus Ryan Reynolds is Canadian, so already he's better.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ryan Reynolds.
And good morning, Basser.
Good morning, Basser. Hope you're doing well. But Ryan Reynolds also has a stake in Formula One. He's got a Canadian hockey team. I think there's talk that he's going to put a stake in as well. So he's sort of going around the world. If Wrexham want to be the powerhouse that they want to... No. Do you know what the funniest thing is, right? And we're going to talk about this now because I've just seen it. When Fulham play Bournemouth, it will be AEW versus WWE because the WWE 2K24 game is now sponsoring Bournemouth.
Yep.
I love that with every inch of my heart.
I love that you posted that in Discord and the only reaction comes from yourself and myself and the whole situation. It's like tumbleweeds otherwise for everybody else.
No one could understand what the fuck was happening. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But no, things are looking up for Reading. I didn't go to the game yesterday due to the fact of that I wouldn't have been home in time for Bash in Berlin. My wife and my kids and my mother have gone away for the week. So there was no way for me to get there and come back. So I decided to sit at home, do some recordings, and then record Bash in Berlin. And I've just this morning recorded the build up to WrestleMania for everyone. So I have recorded the pre-show for WrestleMania, and all I can say is I am very angry right now. Very angry. It's finished recording about 4 hours ago, and I'm still annoyed at what the result of that match was.
I love it. I can't wait for it to come out so everybody else can see it too. It's going to be a fun one.
Also, the night WrestleMania main event on my channel comes out, I will be doing a poll on X. So make sure you go over there and give me a follow. But Mark Talks Wrestling or Mark Talks WWE, I think it is over there. But if you go and give me a follow over there, there will be a poll. And it will be, you will have to choose between myself, Bobby, and Lauren for who's been the best general manager this series. Ooh. Whoever wins, these guys don't know this yet. I've literally just thought about this. Whoever wins will get... Hold on, I need to check before I say something. I need to check before I say something.
Don't put your foot in your mouth.
There we go. Whoever wins will get the number 30 spot at WrestleMania. At Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the Rumble, you mean. At the Rumble, you mean.
Rumble.
There you go.
At the Royal Rumble. So whoever wins that will get the number 30 spot.
This is supposed to be an anonymous vote, Andre. Don't play favorites. Jesus.
Andre, right, listen. We had a good interview. Don't be a prick. I love you. But don't be one.
I visited you, bro.
I love you from across the pond. So I do need to come to Canada at some point.
I gave you a big ass hug, man.
I've seen the picture, and yes, he had.
Oh, you haven't seen the other one? I'm going to show you the other one yet.
Oh, okay. Cool.
There's an even better one.
I've got to see that.
Oh, but as he's saying, Lauren is his new AEW post-show tag partner there. So, yes, Andre and Lauren have been rocking some AEW post-shows and doing a kick-ass job, as well as that one from last weekend there, where they did fantastic.
And they do a really good job, and they have a big audience, unlike AEW itself.
That's, you know what, that's like a lot of the shows here on OLE. The post shows are that much better than the actual shows going on because we have so much damn fun around here. I mean,
TNA rocked it the other day, by the way.
Oh, it was great. It was great. But I mean, whether the shows are good or not, you can always rely on OLE to bring the fun afterwards. Doesn't matter. We will do that for you, the viewers, whether you're watching on replay or watching with us live. We appreciate you. Down below that ticker is where you can follow us.
Screenshot that, people. God, Astrid, I know you're watching this. Go on, Astrid.
All right.
Ow,
So
I just
yes.
punched my table.
Was it Andre saying, although I'll miss the all out post show as I'll be at Jim Jeffries and Jimmy Carr.
Oh my God, Jimmy. Right. Andre, about a year ago was it? My wife and my mum brought me tickets to go and watch Jimmy Carr live in Reading. He come and done. He's they do like comedians do like a small show before they go and do the big stages. And he come to Reading to do the small show. And I tell you what, it was the funniest show I have ever watched. And if you're ready for the darkest humor, you could. He said, I can't repeat the joke because I will get cancelled. But he said, if you're ready to watch me get cancelled, watch this. And he said it, and everyone in the audience just went, ooh, and then started laughing. You will have so much fun with that, man. It's going to be brilliant.
And then he followed it up by going, I've seen Jeffries multiple times. It was the first time he'll be seeing Carr. So there we go.
Brilliant comedian.
I guess someone might have to fill in for Andre on that post show there. I'm sure there's somebody kicking around that can take that spot for one night, at least one night. We'll just ask Kimmy and Auntie to invite themselves.
They'll turn up. They'll just turn up.
Yeah, we know how it works.
Later, I'm seeing her later. I'll ask her then.
There you go. And who knows? I mean, she might just end up being there live and, partaking in everything because, she's a superstar. But people can find out more of that later on, and she'll be live with Mark. Get your questions ready to interview Kimmy Sokole here this afternoon. It's going to be a fun time. But as we were saying, Reading currently sitting 8th in the English Football League 1 table, 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. No shame in that at all. That is a
How many points are we behind top? Isn't it 3?
So you guys are sitting on 7 points. Top is 10. So it's
we're winning the league. We're winning the league, lads.
Like, you're in it. Like, I mean, right now it's that there's not enough to differentiate the upper half of the table. Really, like it's a long ways to go and everything like that. But right now,
so long.
I would say, considering all the setbacks that you guys have had, you got to be pretty positive about the start of the season. So,
very much so. And we're very much we're loving it. We are and we're not. We're very much we're loving the football we're producing. Ruben Sellers, beautiful man. He is a gorgeous Spaniard. And he's what he's done over the summer is made us defensively hard to play against. We lost 3-0 to Wrexham, but that doesn't bother me. But defensively hard to play against. I think we've only conceded 1 goal at home this season so far in the league, if I'm right. And we're just playing well. But the issue we need to do is when that owner comes in is to bring in some free agents that will bolster the squad up more and to give a new deal to the manager. He needs like they're doing with Nicholas Jackson. He's about to sign a new deal with Chelsea till 2033. So he's going to be signing a new. I'm not talking to you, Andre, anymore. He's going to be Nicholas Jackson's about to be signing a new 9-year contract with Chelsea. We need to be doing that with Ruben Sellers, I tell you, massively.
Yeah. There you go. Now, on the flip side, we talk about Manchester United for a minute because there's lots to unfold there as they are currently playing against Liverpool, still tied 0-0 because that goal was disallowed. If the match does not change and it ends up with a draw, we will be sitting 13th in the table. Liverpool will land at 4th in the table. Somehow, I don't believe for a damn second that this match is going to end 0-0. I somehow doubt that it's going to end in a draw for that matter either. Here's the thing. I looking at this table here, like not the table so much, but the lineup for today's matchup. I look at Manchester United side, and on paper, this looks like a very good Manchester United side. Like, there's a capability of something that could happen. The problem is then I look over to the bench. And if any one thing happens to any single of the starting 11 right now, we don't have a whole lot of backup in terms of game changers sitting on the bench. Now, do we have some quality players on the bench? Definitely. Amad Diallo is on the bench right now. He was named our player of the month. Again, I think I would have started him and Garnacho and had Rashford on the bench, Rashford to come on as a sub, and maybe something would have, waken in Rashford instead of let's keep putting him out there and see if he gets it right sooner or later. No, maybe he needs to sit one out and watch and come on and have that hunger when he gets on the pitch or something like that to earn back that spot. Create that competition like they've said. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, Amad Diallo, I would imagine, is going to get a time in the pitch. But then you look at our central mid, like, what have we got? Christian Eriksen is our backup right now. When was the last time Christian Eriksen put a ball right for Manchester United? It's been a long-ass time. I really don't see him making any game-changing things. Defense-wise, okay, Harry Maguire. At least we got Harry out there. I'll give props to Harry Maguire. I'm not going to be one of those Manchester United fans that he can add to the central defense if required there today. Probably will get put in there at some point in time. But other than that, like, oh, yay, we got Anthony on the bench. Keep him there. In fact, why'd you even bring him to the field? We might as well have just kept him at home and cut our losses at this point in time. Like, to hell with Anthony. He doesn't do anything for us. He's a waste of money. And he's the reason that we've had some really bad times in the transfer window. Now, that's what I want to talk about for a minute. The transfer window. A lot of people claiming this has been Manchester United's best transfer window that they've had since Sir Alex Ferguson. I will say, yes, but they stamped it with a bullshit exclamation mark at the end of it all. And we were talking before we went live here, Mark, about the situation with Jadon Sancho. So they wanted to get Jadon Sancho off the books. There was teams that were interested, but the team that come at the final hour to do something about this was Chelsea, a rival club in the Premier League that are also looking to bounce back to the top of the league like Manchester United. And we allow Jadon Sancho, who would have been a quality option as a backup on the bench or even starting for us, preferably starting for us, should have stayed with Manchester United unless you were going to sell him to a club outside of the English Premier League. Instead, we allow him on loan to Chelsea, where this guy who has got quality in the Champions League, he's had quality over in Germany playing for Borussia Dortmund. If he starts firing on all cylinders for Chelsea, and we land behind Chelsea, that's a problem. On the flip side, Mark, and I want you to explain this part, what happens if Chelsea finish lower and the situation with Jadon Sancho?
So apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, if Chelsea finish above 14th, no, I wish he left wrestling. But
not for footy.
No, it's just football. He could just leave wrestling and go somewhere else. I hate the Young Bucks. They can just go away. So if Chelsea finish above 14th and Sancho plays, I think it's 15 or 20% of the games starting, then he will be sold to Chelsea for 25 to 30 million pounds. When they brought him for 95 million, if I'm right.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount.
I can't remember which one it was.
So essentially taking a 70 million pound loss in this process.
Yeah, massive loss.
Yeah, huge.
Absolutely huge loss. And I also don't like the way that he's been treated as well. I'm very much a massive fan against it. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest. His attitude, he argued and then got released out on loan. But you ain't got anyone better than him. And I say, I'm watching this game now, and the left wing with Marcus Rashford, I don't believe he should be. Marcus Rashford has had more tellings off than Jadon Sancho, and Rashford is starting.
Yep.
And at the moment, I'm watching this Man United game, and I have no clue what your formation is. At times, it's a 4-2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2, and then it's a 4-2-3-1. And then at one point, Bruno Fernandes is up front with Joshua Zirkzee behind him. Then Rashford goes up front and Zirkzee doesn't cover, or Bruno doesn't cover, so there's no one on the left wing. And Liverpool are just being very patient right now with the passing play and what they do. And this is one of the issues I think Man United are going to land in. I don't think that. I'll tell you what, your best signing you've done so far is your right back. That man gets into everything. Marazzi. Jesus Christ.
Mazzari or whatever his name. Yeah, I mean, he's been great so far. I think Delete could be great if he starts to slot in well with the team. I can't wait for Lenny Euro to actually be uninjured so that we can start getting a look at this youngster out there as well too. I mean, and we got Urgante, and I think that Urgante will be a solid central mid, like a more of a defensive mid ahead of the defense there for Manchester United. I think his style of play fits well with what they would like to have done at Manchester United. But the problem is that they just didn't get their ducks in a row fast enough. So unfortunately, Urgante unavailable to be out there for us today as a result of not signing in time. So that was the unfortunate
Can we talk
part
about
there.
a team that's won the transfer window?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Okay.
They filled that left back position. They've got Kai Havertz, who scores goals now, and they've got Jesus on the bench, and they've just got Raheem Sterling on loan for the season. By the way, and I'm going to say this now, Chelsea are paying more wages to Raheem Sterling for him to pay Arsenal than Arsenal are paying for him. Out of his £325,000 a week contract, Chelsea are paying 225 grand of it.
Oh, man, that was okay. So then there's why Arsenal wins the damn thing, too, because you take a guy on loan and you're taking him for a fraction of his actual wages while the other team's paying him. You're paying a rival club to use your player. Oh my God.
And not only that, they sold Nketiah for 30 million to Crystal Palace. They sold Aaron Ramsdale, who's now going to be number one at Southampton, for 25 to 30 million. They've brought in the left back. They've got Raheem Sterling. They've brought the midfielder from Spain, Mikel Merino, on there as well. It's like Manchester City also won because they sold Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid, I think for £80 million when they signed him for 15 million. Didn't sign a replacement, and then Haaland bangs in a hat-trick yesterday.
Yep.
That man is a frigging machine. It's unreal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, granted, when not that he has an off day, but when people snuff him out, then he gets frustrated and you can see it in his face. The only problem is that snuffing out one single player on Manchester City does not stop Manchester City from goal scoring. You can snuff out Erling Haaland all you want, but you got to watch out for every other player on the pitch that's going to bag goals on you in the meantime. So frustrate the man. Go ahead. Put the sappy pouty face on Erling Haaland because he's not the one scoring the goals. Meanwhile, you're sitting there watching the goals go in the back of the net as you're down 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. It's just the way Manchester City plays. Erling Haaland's just a major, goal-picking, goal-scoring machine kind of thing, and he scares teams. So, of course, you want to stick your defense on somebody like that, but it only opens you up to more possibilities of making yourself vulnerable to the other players on Manchester City who have equal levels of quality. They're just a quality team, and I hate to admit it because I'm supposed to hate them, but I can't hate what does really well in football. That's the problem. And watching Manchester City, it's Pep Guardiola, great manager, one of the best managers. The team itself, great signings. They sign these players for next to nothing. They do what United used to be known for, signing younger players before they're known, making them go out there, work their asses off, become stars, and then they go make sales of £80 million to other teams and move along, and they move on to the next guy kind of thing. And it works. It's a great system. Hopefully United goes back to that way. I mean, we saw the younger signings finally, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but there is one thing I want to say as well. If you're a Football Manager fan, or you want to learn about Football Manager, then go onto Epic Games now because it's free. FM24 is free. Once you download it, it's there forever. It won't cut out after a while. Like if you want to get to know the game, but if you want to try it before the big save of FM25, where you get all the women's league that is coming into it now as well, and the women's internationals, and I will be doing a save on that with the women's because it's never been done before, and I'd be good to get the name out of the women's league to do it as well. So if you're a Football Manager fan, this is not sponsored by them or anything like that. It's just something that because I love Football Manager, I can play it every day of my life, and I want Bobby to play it so we can play it together at some fucking point. So that would be the aim to do it. But if you're a Football Manager fan and you want to do it, go on to Epic Games and you can download it for free. And also, Liverpool are absolutely destroying Man United, and I do not know how I haven't scored.
Yeah, no, I have played it before. It's just been a little bit since I played it last, kind of thing. So we should get into that someday, and maybe we'll even present some of that right here on Point of View. Sometime we can do some Football Manager right here on the channel for everybody,
So
and
you can on Football Manager do verses. So what you can do is do a draft. You can have unlimited money, and you can pick whatever players you want, and then have fun 1-0. Yeah, you can have fun with it. So me and my mate of mine, who I go to football with sometimes, and he was at my wedding, Ryan. We played it where one of us only selected defenders, and the other one only selected attackers, and see how it won. And I won the defenders, and then I won the attackers because I had 7 at the back, and then I found someone with a long ball throw, and that just changed, and everyone could header. It was bloody marvellous, I tell you. But yes, it is 1-0 Liverpool. Mo Salah stands up to the back post, and Luis Diaz there at the back post just knocks it, mate, into the back of the net.
yeah.
Yes, Andre, if you get it as well, we can have a big OLE Football Manager save as well, where on Point of View, we can put all of the managers together at the same time, and we can all play at exactly the same time and see how we all end up.
I think that sounds like a blast. I say we do it.
Yeah.
Make it happen, Andre. Let's get you familiar with the game.
Let's get Ed to learn about proper football as well. Let's get Ed on it as well.
Good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. But yeah,
did you watch the Formula One today? Sorry, James. Did you watch the Formula? Do you watch Formula One?
I don't, but I'm going to give you the floor. Let's go ahead and say
Forza the Ferrari. Forza the Ferrari. What an absolute masterstroke it was from the Ferrari boys and Charles Leclerc winning in Monza in Italy today. And if you're Italian, you have to do the Mamma Mia Mozzarella Pizza thing, the hand signals. You have to do it. But what a race. Everyone went for a 2-stop. Lando Norris had a horrible start. Again, he doesn't know how to go around the second corner without being behind. And that has really dented his massive chances for winning the world title against Max Verstappen, who finished, I think, 5th or 6th in the end. So the Ferrari fans, that they are mental. Are they or are they not? Lando is good if he hasn't got to try and win a race. I'm English. I like Lando Norris, but the man can't win a race even if his mother's head was on the line. He won Zandvoort a week ago with the biggest win of the margin of the season by 22 seconds or something like that. And then he comes in today with the fastest car and can't win it. There is a serious problem at McLaren at the moment to do it. But visa for Ferrari. They got the win, and next season they will be having Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton in their cars. So it's looking up for Ferrari and looking down for Red Bull, which is even better.
There you go. All right. Well, we were talking earlier in the show here, Mark, that going to probably keep it a little bit short here today because you and I have got some recordings to do afterwards. We kind of covered some English football here. We're still watching the United match so that we can see how bad we lose by and see how happy we can make Tom Collahue in the process. But I was also thinking, let's talk about 2K24, the universe mode, a little bit, what we've got coming up for the recordings today, and just kind of in general how the season's gone so far and what people can expect.
Season's gone weird. I don't know what I was thinking beforehand when I started all of this, but it's gone down paths I would not expect at all. We've had war games where it was me versus the both of you. And then we come out on top in the end, that I won in the end. And that the celebration from that was the most shocked I've ever played a game in my life. Royal Rumble was a complete fuck fest for me. Gunther losing his world title to Dominic Mysterio. And then just everyone was eliminated straight away from it. It's been fun. There are times where I'm like, what am I meant to do? How am I meant to create something? But at the same time, I look at what you and Lauren do and I go, right, now I know where I need to go. But if you guys don't know already, I'm going to do a little précis. So this week coming up will be Elimination Chamber. This week coming up, starting tomorrow, tonight will be the pre-show where we're determining the new European champion from that. So make sure you check that out. And then the next week, or starting Monday, will be the Elimination Chamber PLE. And then the week after that will be the build to WrestleMania. And then once WrestleMania hits, once WrestleMania's done, all the champions that are champions will be no more. Everyone, we start because we didn't really start from a clean slate last time because there was champions that walked into companies and we did all of that. But there's very much a clean slate from everyone. So Bobby Money Munson, I've got to get this thing up so I can get this right. Hold on a sec. Where is it? Here. So Bobby Money Munson will be the TNA general manager. His championships will be the TNA World title, the X Division title, and the TNA Women's title. Lauren Goodnight will be the New Japan Pro Wrestling general manager. Her championships will be the IWGP World title, the New Japan Pro Wrestling TV title, and the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Championship. It's not free. I'll go and have a look at where it is then for you. And then I'm going to be the WWE UK general manager. We're moving it. And I'm going to make a special announcement right now. Right now, I'm making a special announcement. I wasn't going to do this until the recorded, but I thought, fuck it. I'm going to be a part-time general manager. I'm not going to be able to do all of the day-to-day stuff due to my in-ring action that's going to be coming about. So I've employed someone to be my general manager. We're going to be working together. And his name is Rowdy Roddy Piper. So God help anyone that has to deal with him instead of me. So have fun with that. But I'm going to announce now as well. Perfect. You can come along as well if I need you. I probably will need you at some point. But I'm going to announce this as well. Every other Sunday, there will be a new show with titles in it. We are starting Evolution. No. Banned. 2-0. We will be starting every other week Evolution, solely based on women. There will be no men's matches. There will be an Evolution women's title and the tag team titles. Those can be defended on TV and the premium live events. We've got the premium live events coming up. I won't announce them now. I will announce them in the recordings. So make sure you watch the drive video of that. But there will be one PLE where there will be no titles on the line. There will be no matches apart from a tournament. Hold on. So you're working for everyone bar me. Honestly, you're going down in my estimations here, Mike.
See how this works.
But yeah, no, so that is a great goal as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I don't even want to watch the second half.
If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to OLE and the Mark Talks Wrestling because we've got some stuff coming up. We're cooking. I'm cooking.
Got that chef stuff happening. But
this is not even cooking. It just feels like I'm fishing. I'm fishing for comments at this point, apparently now.
Well, Bobby says great show, so there's a comment.
Exactly.
There you go.
I fished for compliments and it worked.
Yeah, but we might as well get ready to get over to those recordings. So, Mark, aside from the 2K stuff that we just discussed, what else you got coming up here and where can people reach you?
When you watch this today, you will find out if we've won the quadruple for Inter Miami. Bobby, I need you to go and watch that series. I need you to watch that because I think you will love the shithousery that I've done with that series.
Yeah.
So we will find out. And then next week, it will be the start of if we've got the 4, can we get the 5th If we've got the 3, then we're going to try and get 4 and 5. And then we're also looking for a new job. We will be living. I have PS Plus extra, and I got football. There you go. That's cool. And we're going to be trying to win. And I've already signed for the new team. And there was one team I tried to sign, and someone's team that might be sat here and currently losing 2-0. And I will say this: spoiler alert, they fucking rejected me, the pricks. So I'm now is out of my goal now to demolish them from that. And also, Mark Talks Gaming, I'm currently replaying GTA 5 in 2024 and doing F1 Manager 24. And I've decided that once GTA finishes, I'm going to be playing Red Dead Redemption 2.
There you go. There you go. So that's what Mark's got going on. As for myself, down below is where my credentials can be found. You can find me over at, obviously, Mark Talks Wrestling, where we're doing WWE 2K24 Universe Mode. So make sure to go over to his channel and subscribe and check out that series. Get caught up on it before the next season begins. You can always catch me here Sundays on Point of View, Thursday nights with Papa Smokes, doing Ring Respect Radio, covering things from independent wrestling to old school wrestling to interactive fun and games for every single one of you out there. You can also catch me and Papa Smokes every Saturday afternoon on Prairie Pro Wrestling. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, where we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. So with your help, only 30 some more, we will get over the line to the 1,000 subscriber mark over on YouTube for Prairie Pro Wrestling. But as for getting over the line, we're almost over the line of 600 subscribers here at our local establishment. So make sure to give us a sub here on YouTube, whether you're watching live or watching on replay. Make an account for your dog, your cat, your goldfish, whoever else needs a YouTube account. It's easy to make. You just go to Gmail. It's free. Make thousands of them. Start subscribing today, and make sure that you leave a comment, give a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell for more info. But that's going to be it this week on Point of View. Thank you for tuning in again, and join myself and Mark next Sunday for more football, sports, and everything else talk here on Point of View. Take care, everybody.